Welcome to this channeling workshop. I'm so excited to have you here with me. I'm Alice Hadi, Starseed Guide, Light Language Activator, and a Lemurian Priestess. Some of you here might be totally new to the concept of channeling. Some of you might be channeling for a while, but you will love to have a deeper understanding of what it is and how you can improve it, and that's why you're here. And some of you might be somewhere in between, like, I want to channel, but I'm not sure how to, or I'm not sure if I'm channeling the right thing, or can I even channel, and so on. Regardless of where you are in your channeling journey, you are here for a reason. The fact that you have made the decision to show up here means your soul is calling you towards this path of channeling in one way or another. It might not be the way you imagine it to be. That's the thing about our mind. Our mind thinks channeling should look a certain way. However, there is no one way or the right way to channel. You get to channel your style, your vibe, your way. And that's what we are here to explore for you. All right. I'm not going to go too much details into the theory in a way, because I really want this to make it about your journey to help you remove and dissolve all the resistance to channeling. So you can finally become the vessel of love, conduit of light, and messenger of the divine. That said, I will share some basic context so that we are on the same page, and that will open up the path to lead you right where you need to go from here on. Are you ready? All right. I always love to start with an intention setting just because the power of our intention is so magical. When you set an intention and then you let it go, you let it dissolve into the light and you let light to take over, miracles unfold. All right? Let's take a moment to ground yourself, placing both hands on your heart. Simply feel into your heart space. Honoring your heart for leading you here. Taking one deep grounding breath. With every inhale, you're breathing in light, and every exhale, you release what you no longer need. Breathing in, let it go with a sound. One more. Let it go. Another one. Let it flow. Observing your heartbeat, your breath. As you slow down and drop in into the body, surrendering into the present moment. As we surrender this workshop to you, divine love, letting light to flow through us and let everyone here receive what they need with ease, clarity, and grace, and releasing everything else that is not love. Take this next few moments of silence to set your own prayer and intention. And once you have set your intention. I invite you to imagine and feel into letting go of this intention by dropping it into the ocean of love, seeing it melt into love, dissolve into light. It is done. It is done. It is done. This or better. And so it is. Slowly open your eyes. And welcome back. All right, are you ready to get it rolling? Let's start with, what is channeling? Channeling is becoming a vessel of love and light. Channeling is allowing the divine light to flow through you and letting yourself become the vessel of the divine, the expression of the divine, an extension of divine, which you already are. You are already a channel. You have the ability to channel. The question is whether you are aware of it or not. When you are not aware, you might allow yourself to become a channel for fear. And that's when you realize that your body, which is a channel on its own, is holding on to stored emotions, to tension, to stress, to anxiety. When you realize that you are the channel itself, you are the vehicle, the vessel, a container, then you get to become more conscious to allow divine love to flow through you and become the channel of love instead of fear. Meaning to say, you are already a channeler. The question as to what you are channeling depends on your level of awareness and your intention. Once you realize this in itself is the breaking point that really will quantum leap you into becoming the channel of all there is. That you get to become the channeler that you desire to be because you already have it within you. This mindset shift, this energetic encoding itself is what sets the stage for you right here, right now. It's as simple as that. Let that sink in. Channeling is really, really, really simple. It might not always be easy. There are challenges, but it is simple. Okay? And it can be easy if you allow and choose for it to be. What are the different types of channeling then? So channeling is an expression of the divine, meaning you get to express the divine in any shape, way, or form. It can be drawing, singing, chanting, speaking, like I am, writing, drawing, dancing even, and so on. There are multi-dimensional ways for you to express that energy through you. And channeling can simply be channeling energy too. It doesn't necessarily need to be translated into the 3D physical form. As I speak right now, and as you listen right now, you are not only listening to my words, you are receiving the energetic downloads that come from the divine too. That you cannot see it, but it's happening behind the scene, whether you realize it or not. Some of you who are more sensitive to energy might already feel it the moment you enter this space. You might already feel that presence of the divine, that activation happening, that healing, that opening of the heart, everything is already unfolding. You might already be feeling it in your heart, in your body. If you are more clairvoyant, you might see energy. If you are more clairaudient, you might listen and hear some of the energy in terms of voice, whether internal or external. If you are more clairsentient, you might feel tingling in your body or chill down your spine when a certain word or a certain frequency landed on you. And if you are more cognizance, you will feel more like an inner knowing that, oh my God, this resonates so much in the depth of my heart, and I just know it. So as I'm speaking right now and I'm channeling right now, something super random, but nothing is ever random. There is a mini spider that just flew right through here and it's gone now. I don't know what just happened. So that must have been like the clairvoyance of me that is seeing things. It might be physical, it might be not, but I always believe that when you see something like that, there is a divine message. So perhaps some of you here can use a little bit of the representation of the spirit animal of a spider. It doesn't mean that spider is a spirit animal. It can be. However, it probably is more of the energy of spider that has a message for you today. That when you look at how a spider actually create its web, it is amazing how geometrical it is, right? It is in that perfect structure, perfect order of the divine. Like it is so beautiful to witness. And they do it strand by strand, right? They are not trying to skip steps or trying to rush things through. They are taking their time, one strand at a time, one cup of web at a time, one moment and at a time. And the next thing you know, something that started as something small, it expanded into something big. And some of them can be so big that it is so powerful and it take up like the whole space. Okay. So the lesson here for us when it comes to channeling in relation to spider, by the way, this is super random. So I'm literally channeling this right now for you. And that is actually a way to show you how channeling works too. And for us to take the message from the spider, to take our channeling journey one strand at a time, one moment at a time, one step at a time. Don't try to skip steps. It doesn't mean there is step 1 to 10 in channeling, but it just means do not rush through the process. Those of you who might be questioning whether you're channeling something right or something wrong, is usually self-doubt, but beyond self-doubt is a part of you that's impatient, that want to rush things through, and then you want to reach a certain level of channeling when there is nothing like that. That's the ego mind thinking there is this advanced channeling, which brings us to the next point that I'm going to share soon. And this, so to speak, advanced channeling that a lot of people desire and want to be is trance channeling. And this is also one of the common myths of channeling. A lot of people think that when we channel, it means that we have to go into trance state and then we have to shake our body or like change our voice and let an entire entity take over us and things like that. And a lot of people who channel tries very hard to reach into that state, thinking that that is like the ultimate advanced stage that we need to be in. That is so not true. So if you feel like you haven't reached a certain state of channeling, it's not because you haven't. It's probably because you don't have to, or it's not your time yet for whatever reason. So learning from the spider to take your journey one step at a time, one moment at a time, one channeling at a time. All right. So that wraps up our channeling for the spider message, which is super random. And that is the thing about channeling. You gotta learn to go with the flow. Channeling is everything that is opposite of what you learn in school or at work, which is we're gonna create a structure. We're gonna have the agenda, the pointers, and the script. They are great. I have them, by the way. However, the moment I enter into the workshop, like I do right now, I let all that go because I'm letting the divine to flow through me and to create something that is way, way, way greater than what I have planned with my mind, right? I definitely didn't plan for a spider to flow through me. That isn't even humanly possible. But it happened, and then it's so obvious for me that I cannot ignore it. And when things like that happen, you learn to pay attention to the sign and receive the message. And sometimes that message could be something that you want to contemplate and reflect on. Sometimes it is something to be done at the moment, like it did for me earlier. It is something for me that is, I got to channel this and allow this message to go through because somebody here needs to hear it. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. That everything happens at perfect divine time sequence and order. And that spider message, is basically one example of real-time channeling, if you may. So a big part of channeling require you to trust yourself and surrender to the flow. Speaking of the myth of channeling that I briefly touched on earlier, I want to touch on a little bit more on other myth of channeling. So the first myth of channeling is they think they need to be in a trance state to channel, right? The other myth of channeling is you might think that you are letting another being to take over, or you are channeling something outside of you. That's the other myth. And that's a big one. It's actually related to the trance channeling thing that I was saying. Because remember, I was saying channeling is expression of the divine. You're allowing divine to flow through you, and you are an extension of the divine. You are the manifestation of the divine. You are a part of the divine. So you are channeling the divine, which is inside of you. So you are not channeling anything outside of you. Even the beings that you call ascended masters, the star family, or goddesses or whatever name you call it, they are not outside of you. They are just different persona, if you may, where source expresses itself through those different names, identity, and energetic codes, if you may. And because all of you are interconnected, like that spider web, because if you look at the spider web, everything is interconnected in life. And because of the interconnectedness, it means that you are connecting to a part of you. So you are never, never, never channeling something outside of you. So you are never letting another being take over you, quote unquote. Okay? Yes, you are allowing divine to flow through you, but it is not like taking over in a scary sense. A lot of people are scared about like, oh my God, like if I channel, I have to surrender my body and then I have to be taken over and I will lose consciousness. I will not know what happened. And then it's so scary because we are so afraid of the unknown. So knowing that I will not know what happened when I let somebody take over, of course it's scary, right? Because the premise of that mindset alone is disempowering. The moment you understand that you are channeling something within you and that is 100% pure source, and that's also the intention you want to set before channeling, by the way, you want to set the intention that you are channeling 100% pure light being. And in that full trust, you surrender yourself to let the divine flow through you, not take over you in a, negative sense, but to flow through you and to co-create with the divine together. You and the divine are a team, okay? It's not one or the other. So let go of those myths and that resistance and that blocks. And once you really understand that you are already channeling anyway, it becomes so much easier. And this is how you know whether you have channeled before in your life. I truly believe you have at least channeled once in your life. I'm pretty sure it's more than once, but at least once. Okay? Have you ever had moments where you found yourself waking up full of inspiration and then you started writing, and the next thing you know, you write a full page of copywriting or article, and you are like, oh my God, this is so easy. This is so amazing. And a part of you even like, did I just write this? Ever had those moments? Or maybe like the moments where you find yourself saying like the wisest thing, and the next person is like, wow. And you two are like, oops, did I just say that? These are examples that you're already channeling divine love. You're already channeling the message from the divine. That's why I truly believe you have at least done it once when you are in what we call in the flow, in alignment, in the zone. When things are so easy, so flowy, so magical. Now, with your awareness to know that everyone can channel, you are a channel itself. You are already channeling more often than you realize, and you know what channeling is and the different ways to express your channel. The only thing left to do for you now is to freaking channel. How easy is that, right? Before we go into that, just one important point is, why do you want to channel? This question will help you to realize and understand why even bother going down this path. Do you even need to go down this path, right? Why do you want to channel? For me, as I shared earlier, I didn't exactly want to channel at the beginning of my journey because of all those fears that I was sharing earlier, those myths. However, it is something that I can run away for a period of time, but I can't run away forever because I just keep getting divine downloads. I will receive word per word downloads in the middle of the night. I will suddenly receive this energy flowing through me so strongly that, if I don't express it, I think I will go crazy. Not literally, but, in the terms of feeling and sensation, that I just have to pick up the mic and start recording whatever that come through. That there is a message that if I don't write, then I feel like I cannot go to sleep at peace. So I'm kind of like, if you may throw into the pit of channeling, and then it takes me a good few years to finally accept that, you know what, I'm a channeler and I'm proud of that. That's my journey, and your journey is different. The other time, a girl was sharing with me, I really wanted to become a channel my whole life. However, when I try to channel, nothing come true. This is where the resistance come in. The more you try, the harder it is. You gotta learn to trust and surrender and allow. But why do you want to channel? Why does she want to channel? She want to channel because she want to let the divine do the work, understanding that the divine knows greater than her. That's why she want to channel. However, the reason that it's very difficult for her to channel is because she has all those resistance that her ego mind makes up to be. Like there is like resistance around channeling and the story that is not helping her. That's why it's become hard for her to channel. And this is exactly why you guys are here for, so that I can help you to go through the process to help you clear those resistance and blocks you have around channeling. So it also become clearer as to why you want to channel and how you want to channel and what you can do to start channeling. But leave those questions for now. This is not a workshop for you to use your mind. This is a workshop for you to open your heart and allow the answers to flow through. Maybe right now, maybe later, maybe a month later, who knows? Remember, trust and surrender. You're going to probably hear me saying these two words again and again and again because I am seeding this frequency for you, helping you to activate that within you. But you got to own it. I can only lay down the path. You got to own it for yourself, that you get to choose, you get to decide to trust and surrender. And the reason these two words are so powerful is because I believe that is the key frequency that really will help you to channel with ease, with flow and grace. It is almost impossible to channel light language without surrendering, because light language is, I will show you. So this is how light language sounds like, right? Ilana kualada harana salata ianara ualana tiana. That is light language. How do you channel this without surrendering? I don't know, because a lot of times, if you try to understand what you channel, you will never get it, because you cannot translate light language literally, and it's very hard for the mind to understand logically what is being said. So no matter how hard you try to control, you can't, which means you are left with surrendering and trusting. And that's my biggest lesson I learned ever since I speak light language and channel them. That's why I truly believe this two frequency is key. And that is also the frequency we will be activating for you today. But before that, let's clear out anything that's in the way, all right? I invite you to actually grab a pen and paper if you haven't have it with you already. If you need to, click pause so that you can grab them so we can start journaling. Ready? Welcome back. So the first journal prompt that I'm going to share with you is, what's your first reaction when you heard the word channeling? What's the first reaction when you heard the word channeling? Let your answers flow. The first answer is the answer. Don't overthink it. Just write it down. For some of you, the reaction to the word channeling might be icky, scary, or fun, exciting, whatever. No right or wrong here. Begin finishing up your answer. And we move on to the next journal prompt. What's your own resistance or blocks towards channeling? If you could take a guess, what do you feel or think is your blocks towards towards channeling? List down and write down as much as you have. Maybe it is self-doubt, not believing that you can channel or that you are channeling the right thing. Maybe it is the fear of being seen as crazy, weird, or silly. Just writing down and start wrapping up. And stop. Now, if you have more to write, don't worry. You can always come back to this and rewatch this workshop as many times as you like. I want to kind of do a quick round just to get it out because we have more to do on top of journaling, right? So the next journaling part that I want to invite you to write on is, now that you know what is your resistance or block towards channeling, how can you reframe your belief around channeling? Let me repeat it. Knowing what you know now, how can you reframe your belief around channeling? Perhaps it's like, instead of thinking channeling as something only for the gifted ones, I now know that channeling is for everyone and I'm already channeling. Doesn't have to be perfect, just write down the first thing that comes true. Begin finishing up. And the last prompt, why do you want to channel? And what is it that you want to channel? So what do you want to channel? Why do you want to channel? They can be a related question or a separate question depending how you approach it. Begin finishing up. And stop. Take a deep breath in and out. How is that journaling session for you? Perhaps it brings up some uncomfortable emotions, or maybe it brings up clarity, and maybe both. Journaling can also be a form of channeling, by the way. You are channeling answer from your higher mind, letting your higher mind to reveal the answer to you through writing. And you now see channeling as everything and everywhere. Okay. So being honest with how you feel and what you think, knowing that it is safe to feel this way. We want to feel it to heal it. Don't rush through this process. Remember the spider message? Okay. For the next part, we are going to do EFT tapping to clear away all those things that are being held in your body, your emotions, things that are being held in your subconscious mind, those in disempowering belief, those energy blocks that you have that is clogging up your system, clearing them up so you can open your energy center to allow divine to flow through you. Channeling energy is like being a water pipe. Like if a water pipe is clogged, no water can flow through it, or maybe it can flow through, but it's not smooth. But when you clear that clog, the water can flow through strongly and easily. Same thing. When you clear your blocks and resistance, your vessel become this pipe, so to speak, to let divine energy to flow through you with ease and grace. In case some of you are new to EFT tapping, a quick explanation about what EFT tapping is basically working through your energy center and all your meridian points. So it's like acupuncture without the needles. Okay, so we are gonna tap through different points, which will help you to clear away the energy blocks that I was talking about, so that the energy can flow through your system. And this is a very somatic healing approach, a very mind-body connection that allows us to work on physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and energetic. Very holistic, very simple, very easy, super powerful. All right. And EFT tapping works kind of in two parts. So the first part is we want to acknowledge our resistance, and we allow whatever emotions to come up, because we want to feel it so you can heal it. Here's the thing. You cannot release what you do not own. You cannot release what you do not own. So the first step of healing is owning it, owning your resistance. I admit that this is how I feel. I acknowledge that this is how I think, and I now release it. That's the energy we are going for, right? Knowing you are safe and held and supported. So go for it, okay? Sometimes some people are tapping and they may end up crying, and it's such a relief. Some people might get really frustrated and angry. Some people may feel nothing, and it's okay. Your body knows how to release it and respond it in a way that serves you most at this moment. So that's the first part of releasing. And the second part is that now that you have released and make the way and path, let's install a new software, install a new programming, a new frequency, a new coding that will support you and empower you in your journey. So that's like the two parts to channeling, not channeling, the two parts to EFT tapping. So don't worry that, we are tapping in the negative stuff. No, it's the opposite. You are actually tapping to release the negative stuff and then to bring in the positive one. And we are going to tap through different points, which I will show you briefly. And what's going to happen is you're going to tap as I tap, say as I say. So repeat out loud the words that I say and replace them with any words that you might resonate with or anything you want to add on. So on top of what I'm saying, is there is something you want to add to it, you can add to it. You can even pause a little bit just to add a few more words before you continue the next part of the tapping with me. So these are a quick run through of the tapping. So we are going to start with here, which what we call the karate chop point. So we're going to tap here, okay? And then we will move to in between the eyebrow here, okay? And then the temple, below the eyes, below the nose, in the chin. And here is, you cannot really see my collarbone, but here is the collarbone, right? And then in between the collarbone here, or you can even tap around it like this. So just below the collarbone, basically, okay? Or somewhere here, if you prefer just one point, or all around here. And then here, beside your body. So you can do like this, or even like this, then you can tap. So some people find it easier to tap like that. Some people find it easier to tap like that. Your pick, okay? And then we are going to go to the top of the head, and we will repeat. Do not worry about the points because I'll be guiding you through, so you don't need to remember or memorize anything. Do not worry about hitting the exact point either, because there is this thing called localized effect anyway, which basically means that when you tap in one area, the area around it gets the effect, not just the one area. So you don't have to worry, if I don't tap on the exact right point, I'm gonna miss the point. No. It works kind of like in a localized effect, like a regional effect, if you may. So as long as you're around that area, you are good to go. And more importantly, right, these are just like guidelines. You have your own intuition and your own guidance from your body. Your body know exactly which area it needs to be tapped on, and it will lead your fingers right to the exact point. Not the point I show you, but the point that is exactly for you, you will know. That's also part of trusting and surrendering and channeling the information for yourself. So some of you might find that you want to close your eyes, but I recommend at the beginning, at least, unless you're familiar with tapping, but at the beginning, at least open your eyes so that you have an idea of the rhythm and the flow before you close your eyes, because I'm not going to mention the point because I find that disrupt the flow. So I'm just going to continue tapping, so you will know that after each sentence, we are going to move to the next point. So one sentence for one tap, okay? That's like a guideline, but it's not a fixed guideline. It's just like a feeling that you will have. That's why I say just go through a little bit with me first, so you know the rhythm and the tempo. Then if you feel like closing your eyes helps more, go ahead for it. And as I said, right, you don't have to follow me exactly. Even if, let's say you are here and you're really feeling it and you're really into it, and I'm already moving to other point and you're still here, you know what? Nothing bad happened. You are just tapping at the same point, and maybe that point needs a little bit more. So let that go and trust and surrender. Ready to begin? Hey, so let's begin by the karate chop point again. So let's just take one deep breath in and out first. So tap as I tap, say as I say. Even though, repeat, even though I have resistance around channeling, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I have blocks around channeling, I deeply love and honor myself right where I am. Even though I don't know if I can channel or if I'm channeling the right thing, I deeply love and forgive myself and anyone else who might have made me feel this way. Okay. Move to in between the eyebrow. All these doubts and fear around channeling. Moving to temple. Ah, I don't like the word channeling. moving down to below the eyes. I don't want to become a channeler. Down to the below the nose. Actually, I want to become a channeler. That's why I'm here. But why am I not channeling yet? What's going on? Repeat the sigh to let it out. I don't know. But my higher self might know. Right now, I invite my higher self to reveal to me what I need to know so I may release what no longer serves me right now. Ribcage. Oh, I'm so afraid of channeling the wrong thing. Hey, what if I channel the wrong information? People are going to question what I say and call me a fraud. I'm going to be a limelight. I'm going to be all over social media with my face on it and the word scam plastered all over it. Do not engage with this person. Put your name. That's going to be a headline. She's a scam. She says she can channel, but she's just making things up. It's all gibberish. Oh no, I don't want to be her. I don't want that to happen to me. How can it? Breathing in and out. It's so scary. My life is gonna end if that happens. I wonder, where does this belief come from? Could it be from the past life as well? Maybe I was a witch or a healer or a channeler in the past. I might be burned down, a stake on fire, simply for channeling spirit, for channeling divine love, for channeling powerful spiritual message. But I was shunned upon by the churches or other monastery. I was abandoned even by my own people. I was ostracized. I was locked up all by myself. I don't want to feel that way again. It's so scary to be alone. It's so scary to be abandoned. It's so scary to be left behind, especially by my loved ones. I cannot go through this again. At some point, I probably make a vow that says I will never go through this again. Breathing that in and out. How has that vow helped me though? It has kept me stuck. It is affecting me in this lifetime, causing me to hide in one corner, playing it small, watching others do their work while I question everything about me. I question my own spiritual gifts. I question my own ability to channel. I question whether I am meant to channel even. Part of me thinks that it is for others, but not for me. I'll never be able to channel like they do. I'll never be successful as a channeler. Now that I'm aware of this, I release them now. Releasing all vows, contracts, and agreements where I say that I will never channel again. Letting them go now, all the way back to its origin across lifetime. Releasing them as you take one deep breath in and out. As I tap, I release them. As I speak, I release them. As I breathe, I release them. Letting them go on all levels now. Taking one deep breath in and out. The truth is, what if it's actually safe for me to channel? Well, I am in a channeling workshop right now, and nothing bad has happened. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I'm still tapping. So it must be safe, right, to channel? Well, I'm in this workshop with Alice, where she has been channeling the whole time. And she seems okay and pretty normal. So it must be safe for her to channel. And if it's safe for her to channel, it must be also safe for me to channel. For she and I are both human with a heartbeat. She and I are both the child of the divine. So if she and everybody else can channel, then I definitely can channel. I might not know how to channel yet, and that's okay. I can learn. Actually, I don't even have to learn it because I'm already a channel, right? I already have the ability to channel. I'm here to awaken my channeling gifts. All I gotta do is to practice channeling. The more I practice channeling, the more natural it is for me. The easier and smoother the process will be. Perhaps I can start with something really small. I can start by channeling through writing, letting the divine to work through me by letting the words flow freely in my journal. That's called automatic writing. Or maybe I can start by channeling messages through my voice, allowing myself to speak my truth freely from my spirit, not from my ego. It doesn't matter what I choose to do. What matters is my intention. That I allow the divine to flow through me, and I get out of my ego way, letting the divine to flow through instead. In that intention itself, it will activate my trust and surrender. I get to choose now. I get to decide for myself now. I decide right here, right now, that I trust myself. That I trust that it is safe for me to channel. It is safe for me to be me. It is safe for me to be the vessel of love, conduit of light, messenger of source. It is safe for me to co-create with the divine. And channeling is one way of doing it. It is safe for me to channel. It is safe for me to express the divine through me. It is safe to be me. It is safe to be me. It is safe to be me. And I'm ready to channel. Starting right here, right now. Allowing myself to trust myself fully and surrender fully to the divine. Knowing I'm always guided at every step of the way. Trusting that my channeling journey will be an easy one. That I'll be guided at every step, knowing exactly what to say, what not to say, what to create, what not to create, what to do, and what not to do. Releasing any lingering emotions, thoughts, and beliefs that might still be in the way. Breathing in and out, letting them go once and forevermore. And letting spirit in, letting love in. I am love. I am light. I am divine. And I'm ready to channel the divine. I am the channel itself. And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done. Breathing in and out. Taking a moment to come back to your body and observe what has shifted for you. And share them with me. I want to know. EFT tapping is one of those tools that are so easy, available, and powerful. You can come back to this EFT tapping and do it again and again and again as much as you want to help you rewire that new belief system in your mind. Okay? So now that we have covered the basic context of what channeling is all about, we have also helped you clear your resistance and blocks around channeling. The next part is we are going to help you open up your energy center so that you can allow divine light to flow through you easily. And while we are clearing this energy field, we will also bring in the codes of trust and surrender into it to help you in your channeling journey so that not only that your energy field is clear and ready to channel, you are also having the trust and the surrender piece that will help you to support you in this journey, whether it is that you want to channel a book, a program, an event, a song, or even channeling light language. And if you are interested to learn how to speak light language or draw light language or write light language, you can also join my light language activation course where I will help you to become a light language channeler and more, right? So for now, let's just clear this energy center and activate trust and surrender for yourself, okay? Taking one deep breath in and out, breathing in and out. Closing your eyes. Dropping into your body, into the present, into the here and now. I'm going to channel light language to help you clear your energy field and get your vessel open and clear for channeling. Bearing in mind that it is important for you to be conscious to choose love over fear moment to moment because you are already a channel. And once this channel is open up, you might find yourself becoming a little bit more sensitive towards energy more than usual. So be very aware of what is coming to you and choosing love. And also remember to ground yourself after this and just in your daily life. The more grounded you are, the more you can choose love. Okay? I'm going to channel light language for this purpose of clearing your vessel, activating trust and surrender frequency in you so that you can get ready to be the channel of love. If you are new to light language, understand that light language is meant to be felt from the heart and not from the mind. So open your heart, allow yourself to receive and release what you no longer need. There is nothing you need to do. Simply surrender to the moment, trust the process, and receive. And I invite you to set the intention by repeating out loud with me. I am ready to receive this transmission. So it is. Breathing in and out. Connect with the Lemurian Star Mother to support us in this session. Lia nia lahu eshuatia kalanaya. Iata lahuana, iatarakua eana. Ishua, 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 lihti, tihti. Ulania tia, uania tia, uania tia, ia kualana. Ia kasia la hea nala luliala healani isuakaniala earala tua ia kala hasala kuna hualati uarala ikalanula sali tiarahania eanala huarahania. Uara ea ilayana esala uana etrala uanaya uanaya ualaya uaraya ialania kianalahia uanalatianala uanala ianala uanalatianaya uanalatianaya ualayatianaya ualayatianaya Ritala su ina shuala triala kania uanala tishuala hia uanala sia natia uala ni shuala nia taya uana hiana hesayatia 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 ruala tissa uania ulania eshuatia uarlahania uanatayana Iatakualah. Letting this frequency recalibrate you. Taking one deep breath in and out to seal this practice, breathing in and out. When you are ready, you can open your eyes. Come back to the present moment. How are you feeling? What's coming alive for you? What's your insights and aha moment from today? What want to be birthed through you? You can always pop by down in the comment below to share all your aha moment or your question there. I'll be more than happy to support you. And you can come back to any parts of the channeling workshop as often as you need to help you to heal, activate, and empower yourself. There are many ways to channel. You already are a channel and you can channel. If you would love to deepen your journey, you can always find out more about my work in starseedgoddess.com to see the different ways we can work together. Until then, I'm sending you lots and love. Remember that you are the channel, you are the divine, you can channel and you already are channeling. So choose love over fear. Stay grounded and present. Lean into trust and surrender as you embark on your own channeling journey, knowing that you are guided, supported, and loved, and that I'm here with you. You can always receive the support by sharing your insights and questions and just reaching out at any time. All right. Take care and I'll see you. It's Alice Hadi here. It's been an honor and a pleasure here.